Hello and welcome to another short video from myself. Um, Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you get something from it um, because not everybody gets something from certain videos, but if you're watching it, it means that you will. Yes, it means that you will get something from it. You know, just just open your ears and just listen when you know when I start to the main part of the video. Yeah, because something in there is going to be relevant to you. But what I'd also like to ask is if you could please share the videos out there, then more people get to to experience who I am, but they also get to experience um, my videos, but also something might be relevant to them too. So thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time to be here, and I'll do my best for you. But if you've seen my videos before, I do not know what I'm going to be saying until it comes out. But thank you. Right, let's see where we're going. Where we're going. Okay, okay. Now, when you were young, now this when you were a child, were there differences in you? You know, did did everything feel strange to you? Did everything feel not, you know, the same as everybody else, what everybody else was going through? You know, the other children. You felt like you were, um, you're just different, you know, and you not being bullied, but you were, yeah, it was like you were being bullied because you were different. Nobody should be bullied ever, young or old, you know. But when you're younger, um, getting back to what I was saying, if you don't understand something, you go and see your parents, and then they try and install what they have learned over their time. Okay, and you have to follow what they have, what they did, as growing up, which means that you're basic. It's like it follows through generations. Every a few tweaks here and there, but everybody follows the same thing. Until you get away from the you know the family side, living in one home, and you get your own home, and you think, well, I didn't like it. I didn't like doing it that way. I want to do it my way. And then you start to come up with your ideas and your wonderful ways of how your life's going to go. And then when things don't go your way, you do sometimes revert back to some things that were, um, installed in you from your parents. But your parents are there to help you and guide you. They're there to give you the best in life. Yeah, and they're there to take you and basically try and mold you into their their, like I said earlier, what their um, beliefs are. Okay, but as we grow up, we learn our own beliefs. Like I say, when you get into your own home, you know, but you can do basically whatever you wish, you know. But sometimes, like I said, things don't go right, so you revert back. But as you're growing up, you will find, and I found it, um, that as you're learning, you know, you find that the ones that don't like who you are, they'll bully you as much as they can, and then try and be the big person, you know. But those people that are bullying are the ones that need help as much as what we do sometimes, you know. Those people don't like what you have a lot of the times, or they're just jealous of what you have. I think I said this in my last video, but it's jealousy. But instead of trying to work with you, they work against you and bully you, or not just you, bully you because you seem to be the weakest person because you won't fight back. And when you fight back, you know, you're the one that seems to be hurt more. You know, a lot of the time it's because they're bigger, but you know, um, a lot of people don't realise these people that have been bullied. What it does, it actually pushes you further forward into into your, you know, into your life with more belief of where, you know, where things are going to take you. You know, if you, and I'll mention this a lot as well, if you want to do something, you've basically been bullied into it, but it's something that you're interested in anyway. You know, so those bullies that bullied you years ago, you know, are only making it easier for you because you can get through things better. You know, but I remember, okay, I was bullied at school. Of course, many people were, okay, but you find that these people that you were bullied by, you actually become friends with. You know, I became friends with some of the bullies because they knew that I wasn't a threat in the end. You know, they knew I wasn't a threat to them. So, but the majority of it, as a child, uh, they they just don't. It's because they don't understand and they haven't been given that respect by others. Yeah, but like I said, sometimes it's because they're taller, wider, whatever. You know, they're the bullies that just don't appreciate who people are. And you do find it in adult, you know, when you're an adult too. You know, but for me, because I'm also a spiritual person, um, you find that when you're a spiritual, or you've got a different belief in life, okay, people will always try and again, you know, it's like they can't get out of that bulliness. That they just can't get out of it. They just want to keep bullying and bullying and bullying. But then one day somebody will come along and bully them and they won't appreciate it. And then people like myself, they'll come to us and they'll say, well, you know, what what can I do? What can I do? And then you help them and then they'll start bullying again somebody else because you've helped them. You know, some people, you know, I'm not saying this to everyone, but it's the odd occasion where one slips through the net. But we're always going to have bullies in this world. but there's always people to beat them as well, in the sense of they'll use words. We'll always use words. Words are stronger. Bullies don't understand that. You know, they might say things, they might beat you up. They might have beaten you up, but you're always going to be stronger than them because you can walk. You know, you can still hold your head up high. That person will either, you know, well, just they won't go nowhere. They won't go nowhere. It's strange that I've been talking about bullying today, isn't it? I might have not put it across the way that everybody would like it, but bullying isn't a good thing. And to those people out there that have bullied and got through it, well done. You know, and to those people that have been bullied all their life, you have something to live for. Never, ever let the bully win. You know, because you've got to have a life as much as what they have. You know, if they want to bully somebody, they're wasting their life. But if you let that person bully you, you're never going to have your life. Okay? Just, you know, as I was always told, you know, just walk away. But if they come after you, there's always people to you know, to confide in. You know, always if you're there's always someone there to help. Yeah. You know, if you're at work and you're being bullied, go to your manager, whoever. You know, the highest person you can. You know, the HR people. And if they don't want to help, then you go above them. Yeah. But, you know, never let anybody bully you. Never let anybody bully you because it's not good. It's not good. Everyone out there that's watching this that has been bullied, come on. It's like it's like you've been stuck in a box and you're not allowed to do anything else apart from be bullied. Okay? You can. You know, if you don't live your life, those people that are coming up behind you, or your family, or children, or whoever, they'll be going, oh, why are they sad all the time? Why are they, you know, why don't they smile? Why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? It's because of that person or persons that just didn't like you, and it's like you're carrying it over. You've got to put it in a bin. You've got to get it out of your head. You know, write it all down, screw it up, put it in the bin. You know, as I say, it's like an affirmation. You know, you say, right, I want to be here. I want to do this. I'm going to get away from this person. I'm going to get away from this bully. My life is important. My life is something that is for me and, you know, for me to enjoy. You know, I want to go on holiday. I want to do this. I want to get out into nature. I want to get out there. You've got to train your brain. You know, you've got to recycle yourself. You know, and to any, like I say, if there are bullies out there that were, well done for, you know, because you saw the error of your ways. But keep going, everybody. Please, keep smiling. Get out there. Enjoy life. Never let things get you down. Because you're all amazing. Every one of you. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.